Hi guys, Amy here, also known as Hidden Treasure Picker here on YouTube. In case you're new to my channel, I'm a full-time online reseller, selling mainly on eBay. I also sell a little bit on Poshmark and Mercari as well. I wanted to do a video for you guys today to show you some highlights of what we have sold over this past week. We have some really good sales included in there, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, first up we have this Harley Davidson puzzle. This was a brand new puzzle, still sealed, in like a collector's tin. Found this at a garage sale this summer for only $3, and it sold for $22.47. Then we have this pair of LL Bean jeans. These are men's jeans. They are flannel lined jeans. I've talked to you guys before about these because I just sold a pair in another recent What Sold video. I usually will pick up LL Bean flannel lined jeans. I don't really pick up a whole lot of other things by LL Bean, but I will pick these up pretty consistently because they do seem to do pretty well for me. Bought these at our local thrift store for $4 and they sold for $20 on eBay. Alright, gonna jump into a Mercari sale. Just this little Harry Potter t-shirt. Nothing too special, just a basic Harry Potter t-shirt, size extra large, which is, you know, a pretty decent size. Got this at a garage sale, probably actually a couple summers ago, for about 50 cents, I believe. And it sold on Mercari for $12. Next, we'll look at these Nike shorts. These were just a pair of Nike, like, athletic basketball type shorts. They're a really good size, though. These are a dry fit, and they're a size 3XL. So bigger sizes, as you know, tend to do well and tend to do better and sell quicker, and sometimes for more money, depending on what the item is. But especially with stuff like this, I'll definitely pick up things that are a larger size, like a 3XL. I actually bought several pairs of these shorts that same day that were all a 3XL. I think a couple of them were 3XL and a couple of them were even a 3XLT, which is even better because that's a tall size. And I got those at the thrift store for $3 and they sold on eBay for $17. Next, we have this little hat. A little like Bermuda type hat, little cap. This is by a brand called Kangol. It was brand new with tags. I found a few of these at our local thrift store and have been selling them pretty consistently here and there. This particular one was a size large, extra large. It's called a Bermuda apple cap, and it's kind of like this pinkish purplish color. So this one I got at the thrift store for $3 and it sold for $23.98 on eBay. Next is this little Nightmare Before Christmas musical snow globe. If you don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas is very popular. It has a really good following. There's lots of people that really like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just one of those things that, you know, that has a good following. It's a Disney movie, and yeah. So this I got at a garage sale. I believe it was this summer, maybe last summer. I cannot remember for sure, but it was only $1 and sold it for $25 on eBay. So this item is a set of Disney Christmas Tupperware. There's two little pieces here. This one, as you can see, has like has a Mickey, Donald Duck, Goofy, Minnie, and I think that's Pluto on there as well. So just a cute little Tupperware, and it's a Christmas themed Disney Tupperware set. And here's the second piece. This one, what is that, Pluto, I think? Just has Pluto on it. And that's super cute too. So sold these as a set on eBay. for $22. And we only paid $4 for both of these at a garage sale. Paid $2 a piece for them. Then we have this little guy right here. It's a little bobblehead of Ahmed, the dead terrorist. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jeff Dunham. He's a stand-up comedian who uses ventriloquism in his stand-up routine. That's what he's known for. And this is one of his ventriloquist dummies that he uses. He has all these different characters. So this is Ahmed. And this guy's just like a little bobblehead, as you can see. And he also does talk.
It's a flesh wound. What happened to my feet? I need some ligaments. He scares the crap out of me. Fix my foot. Good evening, infidel.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jeff Dunham, but it's really funny. I actually really like Jeff Dunham myself. I've seen him live, actually, and I've seen a lot of his specials, of course, and I think that he is very, very funny. I've considered keeping this guy, but I decided to sell him because I don't really have anywhere to keep stuff, like, you know, a bunch of stuff like this. I try not to collect too much stuff. As you guys, I'm sure have noticed in most of my videos, I do collect Funko Pop figures. That's one of the main things I do actually collect, but other than that, I don't have a lot of space to just collect a whole bunch of things. So even though this guy was really funny and really cool, I decided to sell him. So I picked this up at a garage sale for $5, and he sold on eBay for us this week for $22.47. All right, guys, the next item is these UGG boots. I'm sure you guys are familiar with UGG. It's a popular boot brand. They usually make like the sheepskin lined boots. And they're like a suede material, usually on the outside. There are different kinds of Uggs. In one of my recent sold videos, I did feature a pair that were a very tall riding boot, and they were very different than this normal type of Ugg that you normally see, and those sold for quite a bit of money. So these ones, I found these at the Goodwill outlet, the bins, which again, if you guys haven't watched me before and aren't familiar, the Goodwill outlet is a place where you go and you dig through these big blue bins, find treasure. You only pay for it by the pound instead of things being individually priced. So these probably only cost me about $2.50, right around there. And they sold on eBay for $35.55. All right, guys, this is another really good sale. These are some Red Wing boots. I think you've probably heard me talk about Red Wing before, but also I don't know if you're probably familiar with Red Wing. It is a well-known brand, especially for their boots. These ones were the Red Wing Irish Setter, which I believe is a good version of these to get. So I did pay up a little bit for these at our local thrift store. I don't normally like to pay very much for my inventory at all. And so I normally would not spend the $10 that I spent on these. But I looked up comps and knew that these would do well, so I was willing to spend $10 for them. And they sold on eBay for us this week for $90. All right, guys, this next item is a Pendleton. It's a vintage Pendleton men's coat. Long, like trench coat type of coat, overcoat, trench coat, whatever you want to call it. And it's vintage, 100% wool Pendleton coat. If you ever find anything like this, make sure you pick it up. Vintage Pendleton does really well. Some of even the newer Pendleton does well, especially if it's 100% wool, but especially the vintage Pendleton and things like this, like the coats, these will do really well. I just sold, and I think I featured this in one of my recent What Sold videos. I sold a vintage women's young Pendleton, which is a different variation of the brand. Sometime, I think maybe last weekend or last week, that sold for, I believe, $40. So that was pretty good, but this one was even better. So we paid $6 for this at our local thrift store, and this sold on eBay for us for $99.97. And then our next sale is what I would call a home run sale. I've had a lot of those lately, which is very nice. And yeah, just happy to be getting these kind of sales lately. So these are a pair of vintage women's tall riding boots by Frye. I'm sure you guys have heard of Frye and have heard of Frye boots. A lot of them can do really well. And these ones, like I said, they were vintage and they're like a tall riding boot, which made them more valuable. Surprisingly, I found these at the Goodwill outlet for what amounted to probably just a little over $4. Because at the Goodwill outlet, you pay for everything by the pound. So because of how much these weighed, they were probably just a little over $4. And these sold for us on eBay for $134.97. So, like I said, to me, that's a home run flip. $4 into $135 is something that I would love to be able to do every single day, all day long. Unfortunately, not the way it works most of the time. It's usually these bread and butter items that we have talked about so far in this video. So, if you ever find Frye boots, especially vintage Frye boots, pick them up. You will probably do really well with them. Yeah, I mean, and again, to be able to find these at the bins and only pay like $4 for them, sell them for $135, that is great. All right, guys, that's it. That's all the sold items that I wanted to go over for you guys over this past week. These were some really good sales highlights. We did sell maybe like a handful of other things, but really nothing special. These were our main sales over the week. To be honest, I don't feel that fourth quarter is going as well as it should be at this point. I'm not sure why that is. Obviously, there are some people that are killing it. There's other people that are complaining that, you know, Q4 isn't doing well for them either. There's lots of speculation about why, from the economy to problems with eBay, so on and so forth. I don't know what the reason is, so I'm not going to speculate. I do know that as far as people blaming it on the economy, they could be correct. However, my only thing with that is, in all honesty, I don't know if I completely buy into the idea of that there's just something horribly wrong with the economy to where no one is spending money. I know that there's no way that that is true. I'll tell you why. Because I go out and about and see people packing restaurants full. Restaurants are busy as can be. Stores are busy as can be. I see people left and right buying things at stores. Left and right packing the restaurants. So people are out there spending money. So I don't know that things are as dire as some people want to claim that they are. I truly believe that it's a fear tactic to jump into the whole, the economy's horrible, we're either in a recession or going into recession, because, you know, nobody can make up their mind whether we're already in one or we're going into one either. So personally, I don't buy into the whole, it's the economy excuse. I'm not sure what the reasoning is. I don't know if more people are out spending money at actual stores. They're not doing as much online shopping, not doing as much shopping on eBay. I'm not really 100% sure what the reasoning is. And I'm not any kind of economic expert. I'm not any kind of eBay expert. So I'm not going to speculate on exactly what is or is not going on. I'm just saying, from my personal thoughts, I don't feel that the economy is as bad as people like to pretend that it is when they're trying to do fear-mongering. I don't agree with that from what I've personally seen. Doesn't mean it's not affecting eBay. I understand that there is inflation. I understand that things are more expensive in certain, areas. Obviously, groceries, gas. Gas is up and down. So, honestly, again, what's the real reason? Nobody knows. All we can do is hope that it picks up here soon, because fourth quarter should be the time that we're just making buckets of cash, guys. So hopefully, here in the next couple weeks, now that Thanksgiving is coming up, next week, and so Black Friday, and then we'll really be into, we gotta, buy everything for Christmas. You know, everyone will be thinking about buying Christmas gifts. Hopefully, at least by then, things will really pick up and start rolling, at least for a few weeks. Unfortunately, it won't be that much time at that point, but hopefully it'll really pick up and make a difference. I am happy for the sales that we're getting. I'm always thankful and grateful for them. I'm especially happy that I've been getting a lot of high dollar sales lately. That's been very cool. That's not something that happens all the time, and it's been pretty consistent lately. So I am also very grateful and happy and thankful for that. At any rate, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Got more work to do. Have a great weekend, and until next time, keep on hunting for that hidden treasure.